We are on Washington and Wabash outside of a Garland building, which houses a number of businesses, including stores and some restaurants and offices. Now, as you can see behind me, you'll notice that the front of the Garland building is covered in plywood. It's basically covering the windows and the door, and that's to be able to protect the building, and I should say the entrance of the building, from any potential unrest that could happen ahead of the, once the DNC does come around here, since we are anticipating some protests to take place. Now, the Chicago Board of Services says their crews have been busy the last few days boarding up businesses to get ahead of potential damages. Now, so far, they've secured 12 locations around the West Loop, downtown and Daly Plaza area, with plans to board up additional businesses this weekend as a preventative measure if protests related to the DNC erupt violently.
If you look behind me over my shoulder, you'll notice those fences and snowplows in place. We've actually watched all morning as they have started to bring in more metal fencing, more barricades, and these snowplows have been kind of navigating around those barricades and getting into place around the UC. Take a look at some of this video we got earlier this morning. You can see a lot of cars have been turning around already as they're met with these new closures that have been set in place overnight and early this morning.
I love democracy. I wish I was going to the convention, but for the neighborhood, there's been no communication and very little engagement of the people who are closest to it. The parking restrictions have changed 3 times in the last week on our block, and no one's communicated to us that the protest route actually goes right in front of our building.
And that resident telling us that most of the information he's gotten actually is coming from us or other local news outlets. He says his hopes are that over the next few days, there's more direct communication from area law enforcement or even from the Secret Service. And really his concerns, Mugo Audrina, have been echoed by a lot of drivers and neighbors we've talked to in this area this morning. A lot of frustrated drivers, to say the least. We know security will just continue to get tighter as we approach opening day on Monday.
Hello, TikTok. For any of you that don't believe they're putting fences up around buildings, here's an example today. If you want to see it in person, it's right across from the Sears Tower. This one just went up today.
Looking that they have the military grade and getting everything set up 2 days before it's even supposed to go down. This is getting real, okay? This is not a joke. The DNC is really coming here. The protesters are really acting a fool right now, and I just wanted to do this little TikTok just to prepare my Chicagoans. This is not a joke. It's not just the Palestinians. There are a lot of Black Americans that will be out there protesting as well because they are sick of the immigrant issue that we have. There are a lot of people, Black and brown, that are just very upset with Kamala and they want to give her a warm welcome. So this is to my Chicagoans. If you're gonna stay, be prepared to fight. If you're gonna leave, pack your bags. Like I said, I just saw it firsthand. It was like a line of 15 military trucks going down the residential street towards my house, okay? So it's going down. Chicagoans are very, very upset with our government. The Venezuelans were just kind of dropped off, and the crime has jumped tremendously because of the Venezuelans being here. So, Black people will be at this protest because we have our own fight to fight as well. They said it's about 8 organizations that have signed up to protest, but we already know it's going to be organizations that didn't sign up that will also be there. So traffic is going to be insane on the south side of Chicago because, of course, they do everything on the south side of Chicago, right? So I just wanted to, pray for you guys, let you guys know this is not a game, it's not a drill, it's about to go down. Me and my family will be watching very, very far away. I'm pregnant, my kids are too young for me to be fighting and protesting right now, but if I could, I'd be out there. So Anyway, that's all I want to say. Be safe this weekend, all my Chicago family. Love y'all.